I don't know why this keeps happening to us, but it happened to last year as well. We had a terrible first half of the season, but the second half of the season, my good God, we are absolutely unstoppable. Hello, welcome to Club 3, part 22 of the Globe Explorer. Coming up in today's episode, we do have our final league phase fixture of the Champions League against AS Monaco, and we'll also be playing our Spanish Cup quarter-final against Villarreal. So since the last episode, we played quite a lot of football. At one point, I did think I was going to get sacked between now and the previous episode, but thankfully we've done all right. Apart from a board promise, which we'll get to a little bit later on. But since I don't know when the last episode was. I think it was Arsenal and Tottenham. So since then, we've won pretty much every game. I didn't realise we have won pretty much every game. We've only lost once, and that was a 2-0 defeat to Mallorca and 2 draws against Espanyol and Real Madrid. So not a bad result. And the Champions League going quite well. 1-0 win against Partenope Napoli and a 7-0 win against Apero. So very, very good. The Spanish Cup going quite well. 2-0 win. No, not a 2-0 win. We beat Cornella on penalties in the Spanish Cup second round. Beat Gijon 3-1 in the third round. The fourth round, we beat Bilbao 1-0. Then obviously we face Villarreal, which will be coming up in the next match in the quarter-final. I mean, if we can, I think judging by the way our form is, I don't see why we can't get to the semi-final. So this is what the league phase is looking like in the Champions League. So we do currently lie in 10th. We do put ourselves in a very decent position to qualify for the round of 16 because should anyone from Spurs or Man United, potentially, ideally 2 of those teams, drop points, i.e. lose or draw, that will probably be enough, but it's a very tall order because there is a 2-point gap between us and 8, so we kind of need 2 of them to lose or 1 of them to lose, so we'll see what happens. If we finish today's game inside the top 8, great. If we don't, we'll probably stand a very good chance of going through to the next round of the Champions League anyway. So this is what the Spanish league table is looking like at the moment. So obviously we had that horrid first half of the season. So we are currently down to 9th. Not a bad place to be. It could be better. It could be a lot better. We are currently on 29 points, 1 point behind 6th place Villarreal, which we did just beat in the league, which is very, very good. But hopefully we can try to start climbing up the table in the latter stages of the season, which we do have 17 games left to go. So there is definitely time for moving up, hopefully. I just don't want to lose many more games of the season. Actually, we have done a little bit of transfer business since the last episode. It has been the transfer window. We have sold 1 player, that is Matteo Bellotta. He has joined ABBA for 13 million, so a good £3 million profit. Then his replacement is Sydney Sinfuri. I'd presume it's a silent K. It might sound a bit weird if I did try and pronounce it, so just call him Sydney. He's a Zambian, Zambian central midfielder, 20 years old, 2 stars of capability, 4.5 stars of potential. Leading second division player, potentially first division, but he does look very good. Is he a wonder kid? Not quite. I don't think he'll be a wonder kid, but we did sign him from Hoffenheim for 45 million, and judging by his value, I think we paid the right amount. I don't think we paid too much for him. So this is the lineup for our match against Monaco. Hopefully, if we win, we can get into the round of 16 or not. It is Sissoko in goal. A back four of Boateng, Sergio, Dervas and Volmar, who is playing as a inside wing back, which I stupidly promised him at the beginning of the season to play him as that. Didn't realise that until we came back. He came back in a grump that we broke his promise. So he's playing as that. We're just trying it till he becomes happy. Then we don't have to do that ever again. Then we've got Prenti at the base of midfield. Then we've got Costa Silva and Hernandez, who Costa Silva will be leaving us at the end of the season, joining Alpha on a free transfer. Then we've got Sergio on the right. This is another reason why Sergio is playing. We've had to drop Smearis because this is one from the chairman. Ensure Amanda Smearis is dropped and plays as little first team as possible. So we haven't played him until this month, because if we do, I get sacked. Then we've got Barbero on the left. Then we've got Dionisio up front, who's been absolutely superb. 19 goals at the moment. Mikel Jensen has actually started scoring goals, but not from up front, but on the right hand side, which is absolutely crazy, because I didn't want to get on Smearis, so Mikel Jensen can do a job out on the right, and all of a sudden he starts scoring goals from that right wing. So I don't know if that's his best role, or we're just being really lucky with him, but I don't really know what's going on. But all I hope is we can get the win today, and hopefully teams above us can drop points, because Atletico Madrid 2 place. If Spurs can lose, that would be great, but I kind of just want Man United to lose against Madrid. That'd be a decent result. I'm just praying if we can. If all I can ask is us to win, and hopefully the other results are good for us. Possibly Sergio. That's a bit poor. I think since it's Sergio's last game, then we can start playing Smearis again, because Smearis is technically our best player. He's just a little bit inconsistent. Dionisio with a brilliant opportunity, and somehow that should have been 1-0. We do get the corner ball, which Barbero is going to whip it. That's a brilliant corner. Sergio, the centre-back, I presume, has scored the opening goal of the game. It is confusing having a Sergio at centre-back and a Sergio at right winger. Imagine in the summer, I don't know if there's any other Sergios of decent ability. Imagine if there's a central midfielder called Sergio. That would be absolutely crazy. That'd be a good idea for a save. Sign a team of Sergios, or sign a team of one name. That would be absolutely class. But I don't think that would work. Monaco have got the ball down the right hand side, and I thought we did enough to get the tackle in, and Barthez somehow squeezes through at least 2, 3, or 4 of our players, and has put the ball into the back of the net to make it 1-0. I think Volmar probably could have done a little bit better. Who was that? Prente should have got the ball. And yeah, the goalkeeping, yeah, it's just a little bit unfortunate. But hopefully we can get a goal from this set piece. Barbero is going to whip in another corner. That's not bad delivery. It wasn't too bad. A little bit more height, I reckon it would have got on top of one of our players' heads, and hopefully might have been in the back of the net for the second goal of the game, which we're not doing too bad in terms of chances created. We've had 9 shots, 4 on target. Monaco, 2 shots, 1 on target, and obviously their 1 on target happens to be their goal. Absolutely ridiculous. Volmar has got the ball. Come on, let's try and get the ball upfield. Prente now to Costa Silva. This is looking fairly promising. Sergio with space. He really put it across goal. He does. Costa Silva with a strike. Nearly finds the back of the net, but we did win another corner, which unfortunately this one came to nothing. But this one might with Barbero. That's a very high cross, a very lofted corner, but it didn't quite find a better set. But it does fall to Dionisio. Come on, Berente. Come on, Sergio. Come on, Volmar. Have the shot. That's not the best strike, but we do manage to win another corner, which unfortunately isn't going to link to much. We've had 8 corners, 13 shots, 6 on target. Somehow we have still only managed to score just the 1 goal. How is that? How is that even possible? Surely it's only a matter of time before we do get a second goal and regain our lead, which might potentially go to a balanced mentality in the second half. If it gets to 60 minutes and we're still not 2-1 up, I think it is time to up the mentality. And we have won a free kick. Is it going to be yellow card for the Monaco player? It's not, but we will get to see this set piece with Sergio is going to whip in the right winger. Come on, Costa Silva. I don't mind a short free kick, as long as it leads to a goal. I mean, what a save. I've never seen a save like that before. We're literally one hand, and just literally to the side, and he saves it, puts the ball out for yet again another corner kick. We're getting close to this second goal. We're definitely going to win this game. It's just a matter of time before we do get the goal, and that was a poor effort, but it was close. Not too close. It wasn't on target, but it was a good effort. If it was on target, it had every chance in the world of going into the back of the net, because I don't think the goalkeeper stood a chance of getting a hand to that if it was going in. Come on, lads, let's hopefully try and get a second goal. We've got 7 minutes before we make our first couple changes and potentially up the mentality, probably to balance or probably to a positive mentality, because I reckon we're going to win this game. I just don't know if we're going to do it on a cautious mentality. Boateng has got the ball. Sissoko does rip upfield. I thought Dionisio was going to get his head onto that, but can we stop? That's got to be offside. He must be way off. Sirich must be disallowed. Surely, referee. Come on, disallow the goal. It has been disallowed. How close was he? Because for my eyes, he looked like he was offside by a country mile, but it might have been just very, very tight. Not really tight. It's probably a good couple meters offside, but I think we escaped that one. If they get another couple chances like that, I reckon we'll be in a bit of trouble. So we are going to make a couple of changes. Barbero is going to make way for Bernal, and I think Hernandez also makes way for Dave Lacroix, and I think we will go to a positive mentality in the hope we can try and create a few more chances. We've had 17 shots, 9 on target. Hopefully we can create some more and potentially go and grab that second goal, which should hopefully get us the 3 points that we need to. Hopefully, Spurs are losing. I don't know what the other teams are doing in and around the top 8. So a second goal might put us inside the top 8, which should see us qualify for the round of 16. But I think at the moment we are going to have to do the dreaded playoffs, which was our untimely demise last year, because we didn't go past there. We nearly did, but I think we lost out by 1 goal. Prente has got the ball down to Lacroix. Oh, that was a great strike. It hits the frame of the crossbar. Fulton, Sergio, come on, somebody. Just put the ball into the back of it. Put it across goal. Sergio could have done a lot better there. We are going to make a couple more changes. 5 minutes left to go. Sergio is going to make way for Jensen. And I think Boateng also makes way for. We'll get on Fernandez. Things that being the final changes of the game. We've got 5 minutes left to go. Is there time for possibly one more goal, one more corner? Dionisio will whip it in. I don't know how good he is at corners, but hopefully it's a good delivery. Come on, find the head of Sergio or Dervas, and it's 2-1, and hopefully we go inside the top 8. Lacroix, now to Dionisio. Lacroix with the shot. That's a very poor effort, but it is another corner which we're not going to see, and that is very, very unfortunate. And I don't know if a win might have been enough. A win might not have been enough, because we did have the goal difference. Our goal difference was very good, but it's frustrating. We had lots of chances, especially towards the end of the game. A lot of chances, but just couldn't quite put the ball into the back of the net for the second goal, which, let's take a look at the final standings. So a win would have put us on 16 points. Obviously, the goal difference would have been good. I presume it goes by goal difference. Yeah, we needed to win that. That is, that's heartbreaking, that. It really is. Because a win, and we're in the top 8, but unfortunately, we have to go through the dreaded playoffs. Hopefully, it's an easy tie, and we go through to the round of 16, but we probably won't find that out for absolutely ages. But hopefully, it's a win against Pamplona off camera. Then we'll come back for our Spanish Cup quarter-final against Villarreal. It was a very easy 2-0 win against Atletico Pamplona, with the goals coming from Alberto Barbero and a 91st minute winner against the 91st minute goal against with Bruno Leno putting the ball into the back of the net. We have also found out who we will be playing in the Champions League knockout playoff round, which will be against Benfica. I think that's fairly winnable. So I think we're just going to really focus in on the second leg because the first leg should be fine. And judging by our form, which obviously with that win does put us into sixth place, which is a very good place to be. Because at one point of the season, I thought we were going to be in the relegation battle. I'm probably sat at this point of the season, but no, things have been going very, very well, and hopefully, because of our ridiculously, I mean, I struggle with this because we had this similar problem last year, but it's just absolutely ridiculous. So I think we have stand a very good chance of going through to the semi-final. So the lineup will be Sissoko in goal, who we did turn a couple transfer deadline day moves down, which he's not happy about. So we will sell him if he gets a bid of 66 million, which he does have a release clause of 75 million. So I think he's probably going to end up going in the summer, which is going to be disappointing because he's been a really, really good goalkeeper for us. And we've got a back four: Fernandez, Guga, Dervas, and Volmar. Oljan at the base of the midfield. Then ahead of him, we've got Costa Silva and Lacroix. Smearis on the right, Bernal on the left. Then we've got Dionisio up front. Come on, lads. Let's hopefully try and get the win in obviously the Spanish Cup quarterfinal and hopefully get ourselves into the semi-final, which would be absolutely amazing. But I think the board only want us to get to the latter stages, which, if that is the case, that is the objective completed. I think that's the word objective. Yeah, I think that's the word I'm looking for. So that would be successful if we do get knocked out here. But if we can go through, that would be even better. If we can get to the final, that would be absolutely huge. But I suspect we're probably not going to do that. Who is actually left in there? We've got Barcelona, Atletico Madrid. That's the one quarterfinal. So obviously, if big teams going out, Real Madrid have already been knocked out. I think they got knocked out. I think they actually got knocked out by Villarreal. So they only got knocked out by 1-0. So Villarreal ain't a great team, but hopefully we can try and put the first goal into the back of the net. By the looks of it, we are about to be given a penalty. I think it should be a penalty because that was clear and obvious. We are going to get checked by VAR. Penalty has been awarded. Who is going to take? I think it is going to be Dionisio for his 20th goal of the season. It is Dionisio. How small is he? He doesn't look like a tall striker. And he puts the ball into the back of the net. We are 1-0 up against Villarreal in the quarterfinal of the Spanish Cup. Obviously, if we can hang on to the win, we will go through to the Spanish Cup semi-final. I don't know if the draw's already been done, but it might have. I'm just hoping we avoid Barcelona or Atletico Madrid. If we do that, there's a slight chance we could be in the... we might have a chance of getting through to the final as Enrique Bernal does header into the back of the net to make it 2-0. Only a few minutes has gone since we had our penalty scored, and that goal has unfortunately been disallowed. That looks so tight. Oh, that's unfortunate. That's really harsh, because from there, I didn't think he was offside, but when you look at the lines, very clearly offside. But a very, very good start. What are Barcelona and Madrid doing? They're still 0-0. I tell you what, Vigo would be a bad team to face in the semi-final. Same with Elche or Espanyol. If Elche can win, because Elche are in a relegation battle at the moment, so if Elche can get the win, I think we can beat Atletico Madrid. Barcelona is a little bit more of a difficult game, but we'll see what happens after we get through to the semi-final, because I think at the moment we're not doing too bad in terms of chances created. It's fairly even. We both have 4 or 5 shots. We both have 5 shots I think we've both had 2 on target, so it is fairly even. But we do have the ball with Dionisio now to cross the silver. Tries to curl one into the top right corner, but he was so close to finding it. Just whiskers away from putting the ball into the back of the net to make it 2-0, which Villarreal do have the ball and they do run out of time. And there is the halftime whistle. We do go into the halftime break. Just a 1 goal up. It could have been 2-0, but just a little bit unfortunate about the offside. But I think we're doing very well. I think we will get a second goal. Whether or not Villarreal create a couple more chances before they potentially get another shot on target. And thankfully, we do get the ball cleared and out. And Dionisio has a chance to go on the attack. And hopefully, Bernal can just run at the defence and win the foul. That is a very, very good play. That is Leno. Volmar, not Leno. Leno is, I think he is on the bench. Volmar, that's not, I don't know what that was, but Fernandez has got the ball now to Spears. This is looking very good. Can he put it across goal? He does, and Enrique Bernal, hopefully. And I think he will get away with this goal because obviously his first goal was disallowed due to being offside. But this goal is going to count, and we are 2-0 up against Villarreal. Spears on his return to the side with an assist, and Bernal absolutely wonderful. Still not improving, which even though he has been performing well this season, getting a lot of fewer. I don't know how many assists he's got this season. I don't know how many goals he's got, but he does play well when he starts. When he comes on the bench, off from the bench, not so much. But when he starts, he does tend to do quite well. So hopefully we can try and see some form of improvement. If not, we might have to look to loan him out next in the summer. So we are going to make a couple changes. Costa Silva is going to make way for Sydney. He's going to come on into that attacking midfielder role, which hopefully he does look like he's got a little bit of room, a lot of room for improvement. So hopefully we can see him start shooting up the rankings soon. And I think we'll also go off Dionisio for Michael Jensen. I think that'll probably be it for now. We've got 25 minutes left to go, 2-0 up. So I think our spot in the semi-final should be secure. Barcelona 1-0 up against Atletico Madrid. Espanyol are 2-1 up against Elche. Vigo and Valladolid. Vigo and Bottle are 2-0 lead. Absolutely ridiculous. I don't know what league Valladolid are actually in. I don't think they might be in the first division. They might be in the second. If they're in the second division, I don't recall them being in the first division. Well, they might be mid-table. I just haven't really seen them, and that's not ideal. Villarreal have got a goal back, albeit there is going to be a VAR check. I don't think it's going to be disallowed. Goal has been awarded. I don't think it was anywhere near to being offside, so I'm not sure why it got checked. I presume they thought it might have come off Princep, but no, it was David Sorley with the goal. It was clearly, very clearly onside. And Villarreal have only got 1 goal to get to send it to extra time, which hopefully doesn't happen. Naya does rip in the... Well done, Sissoko. Well done. A very good save. A decent header from the Villarreal striker. Thankfully, Sissoko was there to save the day and hopefully try and keep Villarreal out. Spears Jensen puts the ball into the back of it, and that should theoretically be our semi-final spot all done and dusted, and that should be game set the match because with 7 minutes left to go, Villarreal, they might get 1 more goal, but they're certainly not going to get 2. Guga out to Dervas. I think we'll probably give it a couple more minutes. So let's just make the last changes now and make a couple more now. Bernal is going to make way for Barbero. Lacroix off for Hernandez, and I think we will also get on. We'll get on Yasin Leroy. He can have a few minutes to run around. He can play at the back alongside Guga. He'll replace Dervas. Lacroix now with Bernal. Come on, let's try and get potentially a 4th goal, but I don't think that's going to happen. We don't really need it. we could do with it, but I don't think we're gonna get any other chances. We might do Sissoko with the goal kick. What will he do? Will he play it short? Will he go long? I hope he plays it long, because I don't really want to go short and hope to God we don't make any defensive mistakes. And Barbero did win the header, but unfortunately Mikel Jensen wasn't quite on the same wavelength as him, and David Sorley has put the ball into the back of the net for his second goal of the game. And once again, Villarreal are just one goal behind. Oh no, they're not. Goal has been disallowed, and that should be the game set match. That looked very. That I would say that looked very, very tight, but it's not. Obviously, if Sorley was behind the passer of the ball, that obviously that would have counted, but no, because as he was in front of the ball and no defenders between him and the goal, obviously gets disallowed. And that was a very, not the best win, but it was a win that was much needed. And we are through to the Spanish Cup semi-final. Never been in the semi-final of the Spanish Cup. Never been in the semi-final of any form of competition, even obviously apart from the FA Trophy with Weston-Super-Mare. Don't think we got anywhere near to the semi-finals with West Brom. We might have been in the Carabao Cup semi-finals, but don't think we've been into semi-finals of any major competition, which is very, very good. I don't know who we get. I don't know when the draw is, so I suspect that will be something we find out in the next episode or a couple episodes time. So I will see you all tomorrow, where hopefully we get off to a good start in the first leg against Benfica. Then we'll be playing our second leg against Benfica, and hopefully from there we should be able to get through to the round of 16 of the Champions League. If you have enjoyed today's video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more Daily Football Manager videos, and thank you very much for watching.